What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. It's been a long time since we've sat and chat in this manner. More so because I have been busy um, with life, just like everyone. But everyone have their own little challenges. But just want to talk to you guys a little bit. Remember last year when I came off of active duty, I told you guys that I'll take my mom and she'll be living with us here in Georgia. Well, yeah, this is May 2021. I took my mom from Florida in September 2020. Having my mom here with me has been challenging. Challenging for me, challenging for the kids, challenging for my wife. But it's my mom, so I have to suck it up and deal with her. Because when I was a child, she did everything to ensure that I would be happy. And now that she is at her child stage, because they say once a man, twice a child, it's now my time to take care of her. But having her here, as I said, has been a challenge. And so after, when I took my mom, I thought it was just a simple memory problem. Because my dad always complained that she forgets stuff and he can't deal with it and stuff like that. But when I took her, I thought it was just a simple memory problem, and then my dad was just complaining because he can't bother to deal with it. So after having her, I saw that she was exhibiting some other behavior apart from just forgetting stuff. So after taking her to the doctor and to neurologists and other specialists, we found out that yes, she has a memory problem, but then it's coupled with this kind of split personality thing that she developed. I don't know, but the doctor isn't even sure either. But he kind of narrows it down to basically saying a split personality, and that can mean a lot of different things, right? So what happened now is that when my mom gets into that split mode, she becomes a total different person for maybe like a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. It happens probably once or twice per day. But the good thing is that she doesn't stay in it. So during this period, she becomes like, if things aren't going her way, during this time, she gets very angry, and it's kind of hard to deal with. But because I am always at work, I work longer periods than my wife, so most of the time I'm at work when she acts up, and my wife or the kids are here to deal with it. So whenever I come in, then they give me the complaints, and I'm like, guys, I think you're overdoing this. But then because of my house now, my house has camera in almost every room minus the bathroom. Almost every room I have camera. So when they give me a report that hey, she was acting up or whatever, I sometimes pull the video and look at it, and if it's really bad, I'll probably show my mom. But then when she sees it, it kind of makes her depressed. But then when she sees it, kind of put her in this state of depression. Having her thinking that, hey, the last time I showed it to her, she's like, oh my God, when did this happen? Am I crazy or something? And I'm like, Mom, no, you're not crazy. This is just one of the things that people go through when they're getting older, and you are getting older. So I have to be that son that kind of calm her down, so to speak. But do you think that I'm unfair for having her here with me because the kids are uncomfortable sometimes because they hate it, and sometimes they get scared when she change into her other mode, having this different personality. And sometimes the kids are scared, and my wife gets uncomfortable sometimes because let me share something. So like sometimes when she switch into her split mode, then say my wife is cooking dinner or something, and she'll come and say, "Hey, I know some people cut up chicken. This is not how people cook." And sometimes my mom will literally take over the kitchen and make the dinner her way, and then that kind of drive my wife crazy because she's a woman of the house, and all this having her feel as if her mother-in-law is trying to take over. And so whenever I talk to her about this, she goes into this screaming, ranting, unruly child behavior sometimes, and that stressed me out because I'm like, oh, my mom, my memory of my mom is she's loving, caring, and she's never angry. But then she's at this stage now where she has this sweet side for 98% of the time, and then this 2% she's somebody who's very angry and somebody who's like out of control sometimes. But the beauty of it is that it doesn't happen very often, and it doesn't last a long time. So this starts happening more often now, or switching to this other personality, forgetting more things, and it's just stressful. And then my wife having being home all the time has to deal with it more than I do, and it's driving my wife a little bit crazy. So my wife got sick that day, like real sick, and I'll give you guys some details when the time is right. But she got so sick, and the doctors are saying it's stressed. It's stress, and I'm kind of feeling guilty that I kind of placed my wife into a situation with my mom being here and all, because I really want to take care of my mom, and I really want to make my wife happy. And now that she's sick, I have to kind of make a decision to give my wife a little break. So I know probably some of you might be thinking if there isn't any medication to help my mother, but yes, there are some sort of help. So after talking to the neurologist and the options that we have tried, we have come to the conclusion that we won't give her those medications anymore, because the medications kind of put her in this docile stage where she just want to lay down and sleep, and she's always tired, but it keeps her calm and it keeps her from switching on and off. But the doctor think it's giving more harm than good. So he kind of let's say, let's try this. If you think you can manage her switching on and off, let's not give her this medication. Let her switch on and off and be herself. But let's give her this to kind of preserve her memory. So that's the thing. So she have all her older memories, things from she was like a child. She can remember that. But then like new things, like being here with me in Georgia, sometimes she wake up and like, where am I? And stuff like that. And then that kind of had me teary that my mom isn't remembering stuff. And then sometimes she get up and she thinks she's at work and she start cleaning, and I'm like, Mom, don't touch anything. Sean have this a particular way, don't move it. And then that kind of drive her crazy again because she's at work and she want to clean and make sure her boss come home and see the place right. And we are getting in her way and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one other thing that is really going on. So that's it. Living with an Alzheimer's person is challenging. especially when it's her type, where it has not just a memory loss, but it comes with that split personality. Do you think I'm unreasonable for thinking that my wife should understand that my mom is sick and not take it so hard when she tries to take over, like when she tries to take charge? Because normally she doesn't do that, but my wife thinks this happens every time I'm not here, which is kind of funny because it never really happens that often when I'm home. But whenever if I didn't have the camera, I would think she's lying. I would think the kids are lying. And my wife kind of think that, listen, your mom knows what she's doing, because she only does this when you're not here. And I'm thinking to myself, like, hey babe, you just ignore her for the 5 or 10 minutes, and then she's back to normal. But then my wife is not somebody who will ignore it, and she kind of stresses out herself to a point of sickness the other day. So I'm kind of having these two sick persons to deal with. So my option is to take my mom back to Florida for a week, maximum a month, kind of give my wife a space to breathe. Hopefully my wife will recover from her sickness, because they say it's stress induced. So maybe if she don't have my mom to deal with for a month, then that should help her out a little. So I'm talking about this right now, and it kind of having me a bit teary inside, just sharing this. But yeah, this is what's been going on. So give me your comments, give me your thought. How do you live with an Alzheimer's patient? Because for me, I really want my mom to be here, because my dad can't take care of her. When she was in Florida with him, I paid somebody to go there 3 times per week to kind of help her with laundry and stuff like that, and help her with her food preparation. But having my mom here, I realized she really don't need somebody to help her with housework. She really needs somebody to watch over her, really. Ensure that she doesn't go wandering off and stuff like that. So this is a 2-part question. Do you think my wife should have more understanding and not stress herself over the fact that my mom is driving her crazy? Do you think I'm kind of forcing my wife to understand, to accept that my mom is sick? Do you think that my wife is unreasonable for not understanding that my mom is sick and she has no control over what she's doing? Or do you think I'm unreasonable for bringing my mom here and placing my wife into the situation as it is? So be honest, be blatant with your comments. I just want to hear your thought, because I've kind of made up my mind already that I'll take her down next week, take her back to Florida, for her to go chill with her husband for a bit. Let him get some of the stress, because he's strong enough to manage for now. But at least the most for a month. I know she's gonna be more confused being down there, because she thinks her husband is in Jamaica, even though he's there in Florida. She has no memory of the house that we have in Florida or anything. So I don't know. That's probably gonna be more confusion on her. That I'm saying, it's gonna be just for a month, just to get my wife to relax a little. But the thing still remains that once she come back, then the situation is still present. This is just a challenge to figure out. So sending her to Jamaica is not an option, because no one there works, and for me to send financial support there, I know that's not going to be used towards her. So I'm in a spot, and it's just kind of hard to figure out. So this is just basically gonna take a family effort, my wife and I, just to come together. I can't force her to understand. It's my mom. I understand, and I have to accept her whether I want to or not, because I'm not the child who's gonna put my mom in a home. You understand? But at the same time, I want my wife to be happy. I want my mom to be safe. I want me to be happy, because I'm unhappy knowing that I'm stressing out my wife and everything. I don't know. It's all a bunch of confusion. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna take her down next week. But just give me a comment, give me your thoughts and everything. Thank you for tuning in to the Martin Crew. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I probably won't make a video taking her down, because that's probably gonna be stressful. But I'll definitely give her a break, and I'll try to take my wife on a little mini vacation as well. Try to treat her, try to spoil her a little bit more. After taking my mom down, I think I'm probably gonna take my wife on a little mini vacation. Take her somewhere, do something out of the norm. Take her out of the house. Take her out of the state. I don't know. Not out of the country, because I'm not going anywhere right now. But yeah, try to make her relax a little bit, because she's been dealing with my mom and all this craziness around us for almost 1 year now. Alright guys, that's it. I'm talking too much, so let me leave you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I noticed that most of the people who are watching, so when I look at my analytics, I see that 60% of the people who are watching this channel are not subscribed. Wow. Alright guys, so if you watch us, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Alright, see you in the next video. Peace out.